because I'm trying to be manorexic, but that 9 hot dogs and 9 beers, that sounds so easy to me.
Speaking of
really?
doable, Tyler's done it like 3 times.
It sounds like the easiest thing in the world.
You have time to digest. It's a slow game.
And right into another new hour.
Yeah.
Insensitivity training for a politically correct world. Welcome to it. It's the Woody Show. I'm Woody. That's Greg Good.
Yeah, hi.
We got Menace.
What is up, Woody?
Gina Gratis here.
Hi.
Seabass, Sammy,
Hello.
Morgan. Phones open, 877-44-WOODY. Text check in over to 22987. Let's see what's happening out there. Trending news headlines.
Well, we've got some new details about that plane crash at LaGuardia. So the NTSB says that the runway safety system that lets controllers track surface movement of planes and vehicles didn't alert anyone when the accident happened. And the fire truck also didn't have one of these transponders on it like most of the vehicles do. So ATC had no way of knowing exactly where it even was. And on top of that, only 2 air traffic. Now, I want to get your opinion on this one, Woody. Only 2 air traffic controllers were working that night. But LaGuardia says that's standard operating procedure for the midnight shift.
Yeah, sometimes when the traffic's lower, they'll have a controller who's doing both the ground operations and clearing people for takeoffs and landings.
2 just seems not enough.
Very old timey.
It just depends. Yeah. Well, it depends on how much traffic they got going on.
They say, though, that they have been complaining for years about understaffing.
Yeah, exactly.
Fatigue.
Well, the investigation is still going on, and officials are looking into if either the plane or truck even saw each other before the accident happened. And like Menace said, if that's enough air traffic controllers.
And visibility is somewhat of an issue, especially at night, with all the lights, because there's all the lights that are on the ground to indicate, taxiways and runways and just other airport lighting, not to mention, there's the planes that are coming in, there's the trucks on the ground. What they're talking about, that transponder thing, it's a system called ADSB. And so all planes have it, and you're supposed to have it on and activated so that the tower can see from wherever you push from the gate to, where you are in the air. And so all the vehicles that are on the property should also, again, they're right. They should have those
Flip
things
that on.
because the system will go, oh, these 2 things are... There's a chance of a collision, and it'll automatically get the controller's attention, even if he's not...
Right.
Picking up on it on his own.
Because I can only imagine this one air traffic controller is going to be haunted for the rest of his life.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
of
you don't recover from that.
Yeah.
But speaking of that, Woody, you did play us the other day some audio of you flying, and you sounded profesh.
Well, yeah,
You're
there's an app.
It was pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
He does the vocal fry pilot thing.
Yeah, it didn't sound like you.
It sounded so professional.
I think it's just because how it sounds through a headset.
So
like
cash.
But that's the thing. You are super cash.
It didn't sound like you at
scared.
all.
F9er.
It's not a clear microphone like you have on here on the radio.
It sounded like, is he flying for
It
Southwest
sounds
now?
like a weird like a drive-through microphone.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right, but
It's a cool app. It's a really cool app. So
Niner.
I use the app a lot just to hear the radio tower stuff. So like when I was going to Nashville, I knew exactly why we were delayed so long.
Oh, that's the
And then I
dream.
heard what they were telling us in the cabin. And they were giving you like a very generic thing in the cabin, but I knew exactly what was going on because I was listening to the
so rad.
to the radios. And
Guys, they're lying to us.
they are. They kind of were. Well, it was lying by what they call it, where you
Leaving
leave
it
something
out.
out.
Yeah.
Omission.
Omission.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
In the control tower, the air traffic control tower, is it still old timey where they have like these physical plastic things that they lift and put in
Like
different
plates?
orders, like plates?
Yeah,
That's
I think
like
it depends on
out of the movie
most. I
Airplane.
think that's very still common because they print out like
I've seen it in a ton of
it's
movies.
like a slip of paper. They'll print it out as you report in, and then they have all the different planes that they're
It's
working
like a
with.
jewel case for a
Super.
CD.
I mean, there's
Super old timing.
there's the digital, obviously like the radar and stuff
Yeah.
like that
Yeah.
they can see. I haven't been up into a tower in a long time. I really want to go and check it out
I
again.
should call my uncle. He was the air traffic controller forever.
yeah, get him on the
He
horn.
got to retire early, though, so probably been updated.
But the apps are cool, man, because you can hear what's going on,
Yeah.
and you know exactly when you're leaving.
Well,
But
would if we had the app, would we understand what was going on?
yeah, enough because if you can identify, like I was on Delta flight 893, and so they'll go Delta 893, and they'll they're telling them whatever they're going to do.
Okay.
It's going to be about another 5 to 10 minutes. We're just waiting on XYZ.
Got
and you
it.
go, okay, cool.
All right.
We'll tell the passengers it's weather,
Yeah.
whatever. Who
Yeah.
cares?
Right. Oh,
Don't
yeah.
believe
They
whatever
got
we
on.
Tell them
say.
10 minutes.
They got on the horn in the cabin. They go, well, we're just waiting some paperwork. No. What happened was, what happened was
Lies.
they lost their window, and so they had to refile
Right.
a flight plan.
Right.
Right, and then get another new window, and in that time, their ground operations people, the people who actually like drive the little trucks that push the planes
Yeah.
away from the gate,
They're on
they
break.
they had to go handle another flight because they have a schedule too.
Don't tell people this.
They went
That's
over.
way more aggravating.
They went over there, and then that flight got a little bit delayed, so they had to hang
Oh.
out over there. So then, in that time, we were waiting for them to come back just to push the plane was ready to go.
Yeah, that's how
to
you
push
get
the
people
plane away
homicidal.
from the gate.
Oh my God.
They lost their window again, had to file another flight plan and get another. So we spent from the time we got on the plane till we pushed back from the gate 2 hours and 20 minutes
Damn.
just sitting there.
Hell no.
And it was because of all that stuff.
It's paperwork.
Right. I don't know how to
It all started with the first officer, the co-pilot guy. He was late getting in from another flight.
Oh.
And so he's running through the airport to
Yeah.
get to this flight.
They can't just sub in some rando in
Yeah,
the pilot's lounge?
Yeah, but so if
All
you
right.
really want to know what's going, you
Okay.
can listen to that. And you know, I think it's kind of fun to listen to that stuff.
Yeah, I love that. Well, robot umpires are making their way to the majors, but they're not replacing anyone just yet. So the human umps will still call balls and strikes, but now teams can challenge up to 2 calls a game and have a computer system double check everything. So the tech uses cameras to track each pitch and show whether it was actually a ball or a strike. And the only people who can ask for a review are the pitcher, catcher, or batter. And it's fast, too. It only takes like 10 or 15
cool.
seconds.
I wish they would do it for all of the calls. Like, don't
Yeah,
even let
we'll get there.
like just have it so it looks the same. So have
Yeah,
a guy,
just have the guy standing there.
and he's got the earpiece in,
Earpiece,
and
yeah.
it,
he
and
just
it
makes the signal.
Yeah.
yeah, and he just makes the signal. It makes people feel better because
Totally.
it's like
Yeah.
when they first rolled out Waymos and stuff. They still had the driver sitting
Yeah.
behind the wheel, even though they weren't doing
Just
anything.
not to freak
Right.
everybody out.
Just made everybody feel better.
But this is cool too. The system adjusts the strike zone based on how tall everybody is. So it's tailored to every batter. So it's way better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. This mom near Kansas City recently bought a Barbie at a discount store, and she was pretty shocked when she opened it and she found a big package of fentanyl hiding in the
nice.
box. Yeah. The lady says when her husband opened it, this big puff of white powder just burst out, and cops confirmed that fentanyl had been taped inside the back of a bunch of doll packages, but they didn't mess with the dolls themselves, just the packaging. Cops say 5 Barbies were affected, and now all of them have been recovered. No injuries, no high kids have been reported. But yeah, find another place to stash your drugs.
I'll put fentanyl on the same list as crypto. I just
don't get it.
Don't get it.
Yeah.
We
Why?
were taught
Yeah.
that 1 grain of sand of fentanyl will kill you if you're just near it.
In the
Yeah.
room
and
with
now,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
poof of fentanyl
Yeah.
And
goes
he's
on,
good.
and
And your
everybody's
kid
fine.
survives.
Like, huh?
Yeah,
Oh, God.
it's just the concentration, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, a jury has found that Meta failed to warn users about the dangers on its platforms and protect children from predators. So that decision means that for the first time, Meta has been held accountable in this jury trial for those issues, and they're ordered to pay $375 million to the state of New Mexico. The trial lasted for about 6 weeks, and Meta says they're going to appeal, and not just appeal, by the way. A spokesperson for them said they will, quote, continue to defend ourselves vigorously, and we remain confident in our record of protecting teens online. So they're taking this way more seriously. And spring breakers in Florida are going to get arrested for too much twerking at any big beach parties. It's like Footloose.
Okay.
This is totally Footloose.
Whoa.
That's not fair.
Well,
Yeah,
listen.
overly twerking.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Cops broke up one of the parties
That's so
where people
funny.
were twerking. They broke it up with pepper spray and paintball guns.
Come on. Why?
Well, I'll tell you why. So they're trying to clean things up after years of parties that get out of control. And they've even put out other rules too. No drinking on the beach, no coolers, and a strict 8 p.m. curfew, for those
Yikes.
party nights. The cops are aware that twerking isn't against the law, by the way, but they did say that it leads to bigger issues, you guys. It's a gateway dance.
Yep. It gets
So-
everybody riled up.
Yeah, they're trying to get out ahead of any problems.
Well, is it like Jamaican style twerking? Because that can get crazy.
Well, that's way hotter.
Well, then,
Yeah.
I mean, you're basically banging.
Yeah,
pretty
you know,
much.
Exactly. Dry banging.
Dude, just Google Major Laser.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's nuts.
I went to spring break in Florida once, and I remember being very scared of getting arrested because they are really strict. Like, you're on the beach if you
Yeah.
have any type of container in your hand.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, they
and
really.
we're all like not 21.
Yeah, they really cleaned up Miami because Miami was just getting insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think the residents wanted that. But what about Havasu? Do kids still go to Havasu?
Oh yeah,
I hear
I
about
mean,
that.
our friend Julianne still does, and
Nice.
she's 40.
Well, schools are catching on to all the ways students are turning in this like picture perfect work, but they, of course, find out that it's written by AI. So some of them are taking a different approach. And Menace, I'd like to know how you'd feel about this if your teacher popped this on you. So, for instance, college professors at Cornell are making students explain their work out loud in what they call an oral defense, saying you won't be able to AI your way through an oral exam. You know, Greg always says that too. The whole reason for this is that students are turning in this great looking work and they can't explain any of it. So teachers are worried that they're losing thinking skills. And as one professor put it, I don't trust written assignments anymore to be the result of actual thinking.
True, but I think they're gonna already pre-excuse that they have anxiety from public speaking.
Oh, boo.
Well,
Yeah.
That's why you're in
get
school.
used to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why you're in school to learn how to get over
Well,
it.
then they can practice that stuff.
Yeah,
You know,
100%.
But you're still going to have to go to an interview at
And
some point.
Yeah.
You're still
Yeah.
going to have to interact with people
Yeah.
in
and
the
I
world.
think that's way more important too. Anyways,
Yeah.
Did everyone have to take a speech class?
Yeah, in college it was
Yes.
mandatory.
In high
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, this video has gone viral of some squirrels trying to party a little too hard in England. I don't know if you've seen it, but the squirrels hop on a fence post and they immediately begin just like gnawing at the tip of a vape pen that
Yeah,
they
if
found. They're
squirrels were
dragging it
Greg.
around.
If Greg were a squirrel.
Yeah,
Dude, this is
still
totally
addicted,
you.
no matter what life
And
form.
it's not just this video. Other videos are popping up on social media showing squirrels doing the same thing. It's not the nicotine, you guys. It's the fruity scent.
The flavor.
That's what the squirrels are getting into.
Yeah, so Greg loves
Yeah, it smells.
the fruit.
Yep. It smells really fruity and delicious, and so
The
they
fruit
think
and
it's
the
real.
flan.
Yes.
And
And they
the
also
mint.
added that people please hold on to your empty vapes until you can put it in a safe trash can, you know, to keep the wildlife from getting addicted
Yeah.
to
But they
vaping.
want
want
it so
it.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give it to them.
Well, who doesn't want the fruity flavor?
Aw, that's so cute.
Well, that's what's going on, Woody.
Yeah, you want to hear a couple? Here, let's see. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
Let's see.
Information. Victor expects vectors to the Isla Zulu VFR practice.
All right, so we got that. Yeah.
Zulu.
Yeah.
Cirrus 22 Tango Lima, we have Victor 4 Van Nuys.
See?
Okay,
You have
that sounds
Vector.
like you.
That-
you
that
have
sounds
Vector.
normal.
That sounded like
Victor.
Oh, Victor, Vector.
Cirrus 22 Tango Lima, we have Victor 4 Van Nuys.
Yeah.
you.
See?
Victor
So
Mature.
cash.
Yeah, yeah. Victor Mature.
Yeah. Approaching runway 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Van Nuys Tower, Cirrus 22 Tango Lima on the Isla Zulu for 16 right.
See?
Wow.
It's, I mean, as long as they can understand.
Yeah,
it.
I'm just telling the tower
Yeah.
what approach we're on.
And you talk so fast.
But that's the thing. It's not
Well,
just
'cause you
the
gotta-
content.
They
You
got other
physically
people.
can't hear
Because
anything.
the radios are so super busy. There's so much traffic and
Yeah.
there's so many things going on. It's like no wasting time. Be quick. Just
Yeah.
tell them exactly what you need. That's it.
But wouldn't you think they'd be working on the clarity of those mics?
Yeah.
Because that's a
I can-
safety issue.
You can hear.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I
You
was
can hear.
king of the airport, I would
If you were
force
king
them
of the airport?
to enunciate.
The Woody Show.
All right, welcome back.
Hey,
Yep.
It's officially baseball season.
Sweet.
right.
So how much does it cost a family of 4 to go to a Major League Baseball game?
Here we go.
$14,000.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
like on average, obviously there are some places that are more
Oh, yeah.
expensive than others.
Okay.
There's some places that they need people to go, or the
Yeah.
team's not going to exist.
So this is for the cheapest available average across all the home games, right? One parking lot pass, 2 16-ounce beers, 2 20-ounce sodas, and 4 hot dogs. So this would not include peanuts, cotton candy, no merch. Yeah, right. So we're just
Okay.
keeping
Okay.
things
Basics.
Yeah. So for a family of 4, on average, how much would it cost to go to a Major League Baseball game in 2026?
And do all that, I would say $300.
Yeah.
$300.
I was feeling 325.
325.
Let's
Four-
see. Oh, go ahead.
450.
$250.
I'm going to say 200.
All right, $225.90.
All right.
Nice.
Me and Morgan
Yeah.
win.
Now, the most expensive, the Dodgers, $413.
Damn.
The rest of the top 5 most expensive, Red Sox. I'm surprised by this next one, the A's,
Oh.
Why?
Yeah.
Cubs, and Giants.
Nice.
Okay. That I'm not surprised.
But
The
maybe
A's.
the A's, because they're playing in a place right now that the capacity is very low. It's a
Sacramento.
small little
Yeah.
little stadium. It's not like a Major League Baseball
That's
stadium.
still odd, though.
How
But I think
big-
as it drives then more demand because the tickets are,
There's less
there's
tickets
fewer
available,
Limited
tickets.
yeah.
number.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. But anyway, the Miami Marlins, that's the cheapest, $159 for a family of 4.
Okay.
The rest of the 5 cheapest, the Reds, the Cardinals at $165, the Angels at $166, and the Royals. The Chicago teams like the Cubs and the White Sox, they've got the highest pricing for the parking.
Yeah.
The Mets have the most expensive soda. And the Washington Nationals, they've got the highest beer prices.
Well, that makes sense because, like, in Wrigley, like, you lived in Chicago. Like, where the hell do you park? Don't you just have to take the train? You take the L or
train.
whatever?
I mean, there are lots in and around, but yeah, there's no
you're,
like
right in the city.
Yeah, it's not like the
Wrigleyville.
stadium has a big old parking
No.
lot
Right.
right
Yeah.
next to it or
Yeah.
attached to the garages and stuff. You just park in the neighborhood lots.
Right. And like you and Greg noticed how many years ago when you went to Kansas City, it's just in the middle of nowhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the stadium.
Arrowhead and
Yeah.
There's
yeah.
plenty of
Right.
parking there.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
it's all parking.
It's
Yeah, that was fun.
huge.
yeah.
That was fun. Philadelphia's got their own,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
area.
City.
Where, I'm saying like where all the stadiums
Yeah.
are. Like everything's a
Right.
sports complex. Everything's right there, which is great.
And I'll say this, at foodbeast.com, they have the list of like new food items that are available at all these ballparks. And I think the Texas Rangers have the best one. They have a 26-inch burrito. That looks amazing.
Yeah, there was just something I saw about
Ballpark food?
about all the new ballpark food this year.
Yeah, there's a ton.
Yeah.
Wait, how many tortillas do they have to
Tortilla?
use for
2
that?
feet, so a little more.
Yeah.
More than 2.
Yeah.
Well,
Custom
about 2 feet.
tortillas, I guess.
Yeah, so maybe
Yeah.
Is Tyler
3.
still traveling around to different ballparks and stuff? How many of the ballparks have you hit so far? Because wasn't it last year?
Yeah, last year
you did
I
a
went
lot.
to 5. I've been to 10 out of the 30.
Oh, wow.
So
Nice.
Was that 30%, I guess? 33%?
Don't ask me, dude.
Yeah.
10 out of the
10
30?
out of 30?
Yeah.
Wait, how,
So-
what
so that's a
percent?
third,
Wait,
yeah.
what percentage would that be?
33?
Okay.
There
I
we
think
go.
Sounds
There,
right.
yeah, there you go. We should have asked Menace.
33 and a
Yeah.
third.
I would be like,
It's like a 4%.
20?
That's like all of them,
Yeah,
basically.
I mean, I do want to try to go with Tyler just to help him out with his bucket list, and I just want to check it out. That the Blue Jays one where you can
On
like
Toronto?
stay. Yeah, you can stay in the stadium in a
Oh.
hotel.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
That looks pretty cool.
That looks
It's not-
pretty cool.
It's actually not that expensive to stay
Really?
in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Like during a game, it's not expensive?
Yeah, it's not that
Really?
crazy. Yeah.
I would
also
think like
wanna-
if
During
not,
the World
not a
Series,
game
it was
day, it'd
very
be pretty cheap,
expensive.
but
And I
But
would
yeah.
I would never do it now because I'm trying to be manorexic. But
Yeah.
that 9 hot dogs and 9 beers, and that sounds
yeah.
so easy to me.
Speaking of
So
Tyler,
doable.
Tyler's done it
Yes.
like 3 times.
It
Yeah,
sounds like the
it's pretty
easiest
easy.
thing in the
'Cause
world.
you have time to digest. It's a
Yeah.
slow game.
So some of the ballparks have gotten in on that, and they do like a 999 thing, but the
Challenge.
beers are tiny because they don't want to be over serving
Right.
people.
right.
Yeah.
I think
You
they
know,
frown on that.
and I think it's something about like the hot dogs are.
Uh-oh.
What the hell is that?
Zulu
Uh-oh, is there an
Niner.
emergency?
Oh, I didn't turn the thing off.
Vector, Victor?
I'm like, what the hell?
Victor
What the hell is
69.
going on?
Yeah.
Good
Yep.
Lord, all right, turn that
We
off.
got emergency
getting
diarrhea
stormed.
landing.
So Tyler, what's been your favorite ballpark of all the ones you've gone to so far?
It's a tie between Petco Park in San Diego and PNC Park in Pittsburgh.
Dude,
Really?
PNC,
Okay.
Those are awesome.
PNC, I think is overall my favorite
Mhm.
park. First of all, it's pretty. It's also cheap. You can get a great seat at a cheap price because ain't nobody going to the games.
yeah.
Yeah, I sat
Um,
behind home plate for like $100.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
It's because
Nice.
Bob
Damn.
Nutting, the guy who owns the Pirates, he's a douchebag. He doesn't
yeah.
care about
Nutting?
winning. He
Oh.
doesn't spend any money on the team, and
That's
he
fun
goes,
for an owner.
oh yeah, and it sucks for the fans because Pittsburgh's such a great sports town, you know. But like,
Yeah.
you give fans no reason to vote or to root for your team.
Is it like the movie
Mm-hmm.
Major League where he wants them to tank?
Oh, it doesn't want him to tank. He's just got no reason to pay people because he's making money.
Oh,
Like, so,
okay.
yeah,
Good
he-
for him.
So whatever. Why spend money?
Exactly right. And
He's
people
one of
go.
the
He's good.
dudes- He's one of the dudes that sees it as an ATM. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
and so people go to the ballpark because it is beautiful. It's a beautiful ballpark, and the food there is great, and it's cool. It's a great park.
Yeah.
I thought places like some of the older places, Wrigley, I thought was cool, but what I didn't like about Wrigley is that the men's rooms have troughs. Did not like that. And the other thing about Wrigley is that there's not. I like going to the places where people are passionate about whatever's actually happening there, like the
Sure.
game, like the people who really know the sport. You know, you go to a St. Louis Cardinals game, for example, and those fans really know baseball.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They understand. They're passionate about it. Cubs fans, it's more of a fashion thing. Like in Chicago,
lifestyle.
yeah, like you just rock a Chicago. It's like rocking a Yankees hat in New
Yeah.
York. You don't even necessarily know anything about baseball or whatever. It's just you're more repping New York.
Yeah, or the
Yeah.
people who have the parties because they have those great balconies like right over Wrigley.
Oh, yeah.
like those,
Yeah,
those
yeah.
The
rooftop, whatever.
ones.
Yeah,
But no, Wrigley Field. I thought it was fun. And there's the traditions of the 7th inning stretch.
Mm-hmm.
Some celebrities leaning out the window and leading the crowd in the 7th inning stretch.
Uh-huh.
but that's what it's about.
But right. To me, Wrigley Field was like going to a bar, but instead of a band playing, there
Game.
was a baseball game
That's
happening.
funny.
Yeah.
that's really
Sweet.
Like
funny.
everybody was there to drink.
See, that
and
sounds like my
so-
kind of game.
Yeah,
Right.
and I'll say when I went there, I felt like it was the majority of people were there to say they went to Wrigley Field, which is why I was there. It wasn't even fans of either team, just wanted to be at
just
Wrigley.
Bucket list thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The Giants Stadium is great. Like in San Francisco.
Oh yeah, that's really cool. And the balls can go in the water.
Yeah, I lived
Yeah.
at one point. I lived 2 blocks away.
Yeah, right.
So
Basically
I would
across the street.
I would, and I had a bunch of people that I was doing business with and whatever for the Giants, and so I had this deal where I could just walk up to the ticket window for any game, and they would just give me whatever open seat was.
Damn.
It was
And so I
really
would walk
cool.
over there. Sometimes I'd turn on the game and see, oh, it's in the 6th inning. It's a good one.
Let me
and
go run down.
Yeah, because I was not married, no kids. I would just walk over there. I go to the ticket window. Oh, hey, Woody. And they give me the ticket. I go in there. I'd watch a couple innings, and then once it seemed to be like one way or the other was gonna, the game was gonna.
Yeah, you're like, I'll be home in
Let's
2
go home.
minutes.
Yeah, I would just
Damn.
walk out, go
Yeah.
home, and
I do want to go back
go
to,
right to bed.
to Tyler
it was great.
saying,
It was so great.
That was
saying
a cool
Petco
place.
Park because I've never heard anything good about Petco Park.
You're
Really?
talking to the wrong people. Petco Park.
They say that
rules.
it's like full of roaches and stuff.
no,
Really?
dude, no.
Yeah.
No, I've heard great things about
Really?
Petco
Yeah, I had a
Park.
I know a
friend-
lot of people that live in San Diego and they
Yeah, I got a
have
friend who
nothing
lives
nice
in
to say
San
about it.
Diego. He worked in this office building right next to Petco Park, essentially touching it almost. And from his office, you looked right down into the park.
Yeah, it's
It
cool.
was really cool.
I gotta check it out then.
Tyler, I don't know if you've been there, but the one I went to most recently, have you ever been to Target Field in Minnesota?
No,
it,
so
it was
I've-
awesome.
I've been up north because I've been to the one in Milwaukee. Great fan base, by the way. But I've never done Target in Minnesota.
that was fun.
No, another underrated ballpark. It's called Daikin now, but the one in Houston.
Daikin.
There it
Daikin.
is.
Yeah.
Dyke.
Nice.
Astros ballpark. It's a nice
Yeah.
place.
Was it called Minute Maid Park? at
It
one
was
point?
Minute Maid.
Okay.
They called it the juice box for a while.
Yeah, I
so-
don't look on TV. It looks awful.
It's
Like because
when
the
you
outfield
go
looks
in-
like just one big stone, like kind of like facade. Like they built
Oh,
it too
I'm
close to
looking
another
at it.
building.
Yeah, yeah.
So it
Yeah.
was actually built on top of the old Grand Central Station train station in Houston. So that's where that
There you go.
giant wall comes from.
Yeah.
But the stadium itself, really easy to walk into, really good food, really small. So it's pretty fun.
So, yeah.
I love Dodger Stadium because it's an older stadium, but also it's just the vibe. The vibe there is
Yeah.
I don't know. It's cool.
It's
the
awesome.
palm trees
It's
and
fun.
the way
Yeah.
the way the sun looks in the late
people are
afternoon,
Yeah.
early evening. Like
Hardcore.
yeah, it's just cool. And yeah, the fans know the
Yeah.
game. I'm trying to think of some of my other. I mean, St. Louis is a great place to see a game.
That was cool because the arch is right there in the back.
Yeah,
Like, you can
but it's a
see
great
that.
stadium. I like the old, even though it was like that old timey, like super, just like they had like was it Riverfront Stadium and Veteran Stadium in Philadelphia and Three River Stadium. It was just a round.
Oh, you like the
It looked
cookie
like a
cutter
cog.
stadiums.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But the old Busch Stadium I liked a lot. And then this new Busch Stadium is obviously even better. It's really nice. I miss the old Yankee Stadium. I don't like the new Yankee Stadium as much as the old one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something I don't know. It's just not the same. I don't. Of course, it's not the same.
Mhm.
But I don't think there's anything all that great about it.
I know you mentioned the Red Sox, but does anyone still like geek out over Fenway? Is that still
Yeah.
a thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fenway
For
Park.
sure.
And I've never been to Fenway.
With the is it the Green
Oh, it's
Monster?
the best.
I've never
yeah,
been-
the Green
Yeah.
Monster.
I've never been to Fenway, but I hate Boston as a city. I do. I just because I went there, and I'm like, I don't like this place. I used to have to go there for Sam Adams used to do these. Was Sam Adams Summer whatever it was called?
Summer Ale.
Yeah, no, but it was like a summer fest
Like
or
an
something.
event.
And they bring a bunch of radio stations to be broadcast. And that was fun. Like that thing was fun. But man, Boston, navigating Boston, the people of Boston, like the streets make no sense.
That's
Yeah.
It's just
surprising.
zigzagging. Like, oh, I hated it.
Really?
I hate the Boston act, the yard and the pocket, like, and your dumb teams, the Red Sox and the Patriots,
I find
the
Boston.
Celtics. The Celtics are
Yeah.
like, I don't know, like gingers.
Feels like a little.
Ugh.
A lot of them.
It feels miniature too. Very small.
It is. It's very walkable. It's very clean.
It's built for Sammy.
Well, I'm surprised that you didn't find it easy to navigate. I find it to
No.
be one of the easiest
No.
cities to navigate there is.
Now, the last time I went, and I've said it, I'm never coming back here. And when I went, they were doing, what's it called? The Big Dig? or whatever. They were
Oh,
doing that
yeah,
big
yeah,
train.
yeah.
So man, the traffic was even extra crappy.
Yeah.
And
What's
getting
that-
from one place
what's
to
the
another
big dig?
sucked.
It's like a whole construction thing.
Yeah,
It was
it's
a mega
it's
project.
It, it really messed the city up for a while. So
Well,
yeah.
It
I think
started
it's
in
great.
1982 and it ended
Yeah.
in 2007.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was a whole
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
apparently.
it was
Like,
definitely before
Whole
2007.
generations.
Oh, two
yeah.
generations. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Woody. Definitely got to disagree with you on your opinion of St. Louis baseball fans. I lived there for almost 10 years, and they are some of the dumbest and worst sports fans I've met in my life. Well, look, here's the thing. I spent most of my adult life living in St. Louis, and I would agree with you when it comes to they are so they're huge homers. So you could say, man, like the Cardinals can lose 12-1. And you go, man, the Cardinals sucked last night. What the hell was that? F you, man. Well, like you can move out of town. Like, okay, dude, they lost 12-1.
Yeah.
And they were bad. Like you can't even say that they were
A
bad.
fact, yeah.
Yeah, even though it's like you're not saying you don't like the team, but they're over the top homers like that.
You're not allowed to say it was a bad game.
They are that way about their Emo's Pizza too. That
Ugh.
stuff sucks.
I know.
Yeah, they're in denial about that.
Right. Yeah.
Awful.
Well, baseball season's here, and the Dodgers are by far the favorites to win the World Series. They're plus 230. The next team on the list is a plus 1,000. That's the Yankees.
Wow.
So the Dodgers are plus 230. The Yankees are plus 1,000. Then you got the Mariners, Mets, Blue Jays, and then the Red Sox and Phillies. They're right there at plus 1,600. Cubs and Braves plus 1,800, and the Tigers at plus 2,000.
Now is it overconfidence?
No, I think it's just the roster's stacked.
It's just
right.
insane.
Roster's
the money.
stacked.
Have to win.
They ride that momentum.
Yeah.
They I don't think they've gotten worse since the World Series last year. From a
Yeah.
roster standpoint.
Dude, the amount of companies trying to integrate with the Dodgers is insane. They're like selling every little
Of
inch
course.
of that. Of
Yeah.
that
Sell
park.
first base.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, they sold the grass to Uniqlo.
You can also hit us up anytime after the show on the After Hours voicemail, 877-44-WOODY. Same number. Hit us up with a text over to 22987. I was mentioning my lack of love of Boston.
Yeah.
Sammy is from Massachusetts. She claims Boston, but, I guess people do that. Like, it's the closest major city, so,
That's what people know.
I've never
get it.
claimed Boston. It's just what other people end up saying because that's
the
what they
closest,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
I mean, is there other cities in Massachusetts?
No, that's it.
That's the only one. No, but I mean, it is. I'm a Boston sports fan, but that's because that's what it is for that state.
that's what I'm saying. People,
Yeah.
they kind of just, whatever the closest major city is, they kind of start to
Yeah.
claim or identify. But here's a Massachusetts in general, that accent. So we
Yeah.
got this After Hours voicemail.
Hey, I had a question for Sammy. So she's from Boston, right? So how come she doesn't sound like Peter Griffin? He's got the laugh, but she doesn't have the Boston accent. Like, get in the car, something like that. I'm just wondering. All right. Love you guys.
Yeah, he just wanted to get that in before he fell asleep.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
have
Hey,
a
one last
question.
thing before I
Definitely
pass
dope
out for the
jobbing.
night.
Well, yeah, one last thought.
Just
before
kind of
we go to bed.
wondering.
Does
Yeah.
anyone in
no
your
accent?
family sound like that?
Yeah, my parents do.
Oh.
And, I mean, I moved away when I was in junior high, so I didn't really ever develop such a thick accent as you would, and you kind of lose it when you move and you're such a young child. So,
Yeah.
I mean, everyone in this room is from somewhere else, and you don't have an accent.
I've never
Like,
had an accent.
yeah,
I don't
Gina
think.
doesn't have
Except
one.
when I
Woody,
get
you don't have
tired.
one?
Like, I
It
don't
comes
get
out
tired,
in
kind of
certain
tired.
things.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you can make it.
Yeah.
It comes out in certain things.
And you can argue that everybody has an accent of some sort.
True.
Like, we don't think we have an accent because we all kind of
Correct.
sound the same.
Uh-huh.
yeah, true.
Yeah, correct.
True.
877-44-WOODY. Send us a text over to 22987.
Woody, leave Gina alone. If she wants to take pictures and if she wants to post all day, just let her be. Why does she do it? Because she wants to. Why do you do the things you do? Because you want to. Why do you care so much about her pictures? Let her be. Bye, me love.
Are you not allowed to ask questions?
About anything.
Like, what's
No.
it, Greg? You and I, what do we say all the time? Like, oh, you're upset. No, it's not obsession.
It's not obsession.
I asked a question.
I don't think you were upset. I think that people maybe just took it as like teasing instead of an actual interest in the
No,
question.
I'm asking
I
because
tried to answer.
we do make fun of we do make fun of people who just take
a
nonstop
lot of
selfies.
selfies.
Yeah.
So, and
Yeah.
you are one of the people that
I
take
don't think I
nonstop. You
that
take a lot
many.
of. Oh,
I know,
you
but
take a
do
lot
I?
of selfies.
But if you look at my like Instagram, I don't think that many are selfies, are they?
You do, but the question was asked
Correct.
of Gina, why do you do it? And,
Yeah, I tried
and
to
I will
answer.
agree that the room didn't like her answer.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I like to. You
Yeah.
know, why do you watch so much TV? They like to.
I know, but like, what? I guess the question
more
was.
of an answer did people want?
But I
Okay.
gave 3 answers.
Well, I guess the question then, I like to. Well, what do you like
Yeah,
about it?
I-
Like, is it like, are you looking for the reaction, the feedback, the validation?
Well, like any-
whatever? Like that was the question.
yeah,
Right.
when and it's. I mean,
You're
I think
so
it's.
obsessed.
I don't
just
care.
simple-
Like,
No, I'm
just
so
take the
obsessed.
pictures. I was just
But
asking
I
a
think
question.
I think it's pretty simple human nature that like, oh, like, you know, when people say like feeling cute might delete, like there's a reason that became a
Right.
meme. Like, oh, I look nice today. Let's post this picture. Oh,
Yeah.
this is good. Oh, thank. I mean, I don't think it's that deep.
Yeah.
You know,
It's not.
leave Gina.
Here's one. Woody's always super dismissive of Sammy and anything she says. Just an observation. What? What are you talking about? Where does that come from? Like, where do you get that from? You guys are weird.
It's your tone.
Yeah. 877-44-WOODY.
Hey, I'm calling to talk about Seabass's mission to go against those crooks that didn't get his signatures. I'm a Hawaii attorney. I do collections, and I just wanted to let you guys know that typically the rule is, or the law is, that a corporation has to be represented by counsel. And so get ready. You're going to go against an attorney, but happy to help if you want to ever give me a call. Also, too, you got to make sure you're prepared to actually garnish any bank accounts once you get a judgment. That usually is a big ordeal. But rooting for you, buddy. I think you can do it. All right. Good luck.
All right. Yeah, he's willing to help you out.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, again,
He's in the wrong state. but
right.
he
He's
can
in the
still
wrong
help.
state. I'm in the wrong state.
But also,
But he could advise.
You
Yeah,
have,
exactly.
sure.
you have
Point you
AI
in the right
now,
direction.
and
That's
that
the thing
stuff
is-
has become
Yeah, AI
so
will be my
much
lawyer,
easier.
and
Yeah.
again, laws and lawyering is way less. It's less mystical than you think it
Let's
is.
gate kept.
Right. It's just a couple little words and some
Yeah.
language and some procedures, and it's.
Well, especially when I guess you don't really care much if you win or lose, right?
Now,
You
I'm
just
not
kind of do it
saying
for the experience.
for officially, I care because I was wronged.
Yep.
I was
Okay.
somebody didn't live up to the contract.
Is
and
a
their
quality of life
promises.
issue.
Yes.
It's called standing on business.
I think my back hurts.
Yeah.
No,
My
what you
neck
should
has
do
never
is
been the same.
you should wait like close to 50 years and then file it.
That's
There you go. That's the in thing.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait 50 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have PTSD from
You know what
it.
I just couldn't get over?
Yeah.
Right. 50 years ago.
I tried.
Yeah. More Woody shows next.
More Woody Show.